Hey, how's everybody doing out there, huh? Namaste. Hope everybody's doing good. Today is Sunday. It's May 24th, 2020. I'm going to do another reading from the activation cards, the sacred geometry, oracle activation cards, oracle activation cards. Let's see what the divine message is for today. We call on the Great Spirit of all, in all, of all. Call on God, the Creator, in of each of us, generating this form for this experience, for these perceptions, for purpose and meaning to it all, for connectedness, to be connected. We connect now together through this video medium. And right now we're listening to some solfeggio frequency tones to balance the environment. Have the body in a state of homeostasis. Some good oxygen, good prana, breathing in the prana, which is essential moment to moment in the eternal now. We ask for a divine message for today, for right now. We'll take it right from the top. The throat chakra, which signifies communication, expression. Beautiful. I don't know if everybody could see that. A little bit of a glare. There we go. Look at that. Oh my God. Beautiful sacred geometry. The throat chakra. Card number 2. Oh, excuse me. Card number 5. Card number 5. So let's see here. The throat chakra, which is very important for all of us, that we communicate properly and have the throat chakra completely accessed. The frequency of the throat chakra, the blue flower of life, supports our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance. I'm going to read that again. The frequency of the throat chakra, the frequency. Tesla said if you want to understand the universe, think in energy, vibration, and frequency. The frequency of the throat chakra, the frequency. The blue flower of life, which is the geometric pattern that we all are at one point on a cellular level, and we are sacred geometry. Everything in creation is sacred geometry. And even if it is Maya, and it's more than that, there is no way of defining or explaining the Creator. It's not this, not that, neti, as Alan Watts says, which I agree. And to put any kind of limitations or definitions on the creation force limits it. And there is no limit to the creation force. None. No limits. Eternal, infinite intelligence, infinite wisdom, infinite love, yeah, for sure, infinite love. So the throat chakra is essential for, which supports our self-expression, our sense of peace and balance. Card number 5 on the oracle activations, which is sacred geometry, and we're going to put that aside now. It's by a lady named Lan, beautiful lady. And this entire book set and card set resonates well with me because there's a lot of information here for all of us, and it's a good way, it's a good, excellent tool to use with divine communication and to access what we need to know right here, right now, and to share. And these videos I'm making now are for service, my service to the collective, my service to Source. So we go to card number 5. I said card number 2. I should look at what card number 2 is. We'll check that out. Just curious. The flower of life is a geometric shape recognized by many cultures all over the planet. It consists of 13 equal circles. 13 equal circles, the flower of life, that intersect at the middle of each circle, creating a perfectly proportioned flower. As a symbol, the flower of life represents the universe as a whole, as well as the harmony in which all the separate components of the universe work together. That's extraordinary. Wow. This beautiful pattern is often used to indicate our understanding of our connection as humans and as spiritual beings to the whole. The color blue is associated with the 5th or throat chakra. The color blue. Wow, it's funny, and I chose all blue today. My blue sapphire and blue shirt, and I had no idea that throat chakra was coming out, and it's the blue in the throat chakra. So it's universal synchronicity confirmation, which is amazing. I even have blue shorts on. The color blue is associated with the 5th or throat chakra, located in the area of the neck. It is linked to communication and our ability to express our needs and desires. Blue is cooling, a mentally relaxing color, and it pacifies the nervous system. It's interesting. It connects us to holistic thought. It generates wisdom, and it supports our communication and speech skills. Blue is considered the color of truth. Its sense is hearing. Its sense is hearing. Blue is considered the color of truth. Its sense is hearing. Now, there's a work part of each particular card has its own work, homework or essay work. You could write or you can verbalize it, and especially we're doing the throat chakra. So let's verbalize this. It says, think for a moment about the last time you really expressed a deep truth to someone. How did you feel? How did it feel to be completely honest and authentic in your expression? So again, think for a moment about the last time you really expressed a deep truth to someone. How did it feel to be completely honest and authentic in your expression? Are you always able to express yourself that way? If not, what holds you back? So basically, that's interesting. Should we explore that? Be authentic. That's it. Be authentic, be truthful, be honest as best you can. You know, sometimes you have to be more honest with yourself in order to be more honest with others. So it's authentic. And always learn how to express yourself in that way. If not, what holds you back? So what holds you back from expressing yourself? What holds you back from being authentic? Some people are shy, could be shy. Sometimes you could feel like there's so much information already available that, you know, what could someone else or what you know, what, I mean, I don't apply this to myself. What could I have to say in the whole sea of information that's flowing, you know? But in a way, I'm coming to a realization that everything that I've explored, researched, or studied, or learned, or you know, whatever I've experienced is all aspects of myself anyway. So so yeah, I have a lot to say about everything. A lot to say about a lot of things. About the world, the way it is, the way it is, the way it was, the way it should be. But all we have is right here, right now. So right here, right now, we're focused on the throat chakra, on blue, on the color blue, in order to enhance our expression, our verbal expression. Although it would be nice to communicate telepathically, but that happens with animals. I believe they're on a much higher vibrational plane of existence. Definitely different frequencies altogether, which we could admire because the most of the life on Earth is extremely loving. You know, I mean, the animals kill, of course. They kill to survive. They kill because they must. They have to in order. But I think if the vibrations were higher and higher and higher, that would be even diminished and reduced. And there's a lot of suffering on the planet that could be eliminated by just by expression. Express yourself. I object. I disagree with all animal cruelty. I object. I disagree to all human child cruelty or animal child cruelty. I object to you know, anything, any needless suffering anywhere, always. So I know some people say you have to, you know, embrace acceptance. Deepak Chopra, I was reading something earlier about his acceptance to everything and not to resist everything, and it makes your overall experience that much better in the cosmic field of all creation. That, you know, if you have more of an allowance, it's better. But you know, if that's the case, then we all came here just to attain a state of allowance, that we just allow whatever happens. But in allowance, it sort of implies giving up your will, which I believe is the most precious gift of all divine. So we incarnate, we have individuality, we go from a baby to from nothing to something, and then we learn what that something is throughout the course of our lives to become something. And then we identify with all of what we've been told, the stories of everybody else that tell us what we are, and then we find our own stories about what we are through our own interaction with every other aspect of ourselves, everybody we deal with, good and bad. So we learn more and more about who we are and what we are through our interaction and how we react or not react, or you know, engage, not engage, whatever you want to call it, back and forth with so many people that we interact with. Or we realize that we don't want to interact with too many people, and some people go out to the country, they live in the country, and they isolate themselves, and you know, they interact more with themselves and with nature and with you know, with animals, which is a wonderful existence as well. You know, and that's about it. But ultimately, I think that we're here. People say, well, what's my purpose? What's my purpose? Why did I come here? Why am I here? Or, you know, when you know, when, where, when, who, what, where, when, and why, you know, all those type of questions. But I say never identify as a victim. Always claim victory over your life and your path. Be all you can be from moment to moment. Be all you can be. I know they use that slogan for the military, but be all you can be to go out and kill people, defenseless people most of the time. Be all you can be. So it's, you know, sometimes evil spells, they take over really good words and they try to use it to manipulate minds of good people. Be all you can be, you know? And it makes me think of that line from Men in Black. I don't know if anybody saw the movie Men in Black years ago, and he goes in for an interview to become one of the Men in Black, and there's a military guy next to him, and he says, identify yourself, soldier, and he says, he uses the term, the best of the best of the best, sir, and Will Smith says he doesn't even know what he's signing up for, the best of the best of the best, sir, he has no idea what he's even here for, and it's just comical, it's good to have comedy in your life too, laugh and think about things that make you laugh, make you smile, about human arrogance, human ignorance, human pride, because and I'll share this, before I close the video, but my grandfather always said that, in life he was a very wise man, very good man, Nicholas, and he always said that in life you're going to encounter people that think they know it all. And he said, when someone thinks that they know it all, they're actually limiting themselves from knowing more. And when people limit themselves, their choices are limited also. Their consciousness is limited. I mean, he didn't go into that so much, but it was more an old school way of saying, he said, avoid these people. People who think they know it all, avoid them. Because you will never know it all. Never. You're not supposed to. And, that's why even religions, that claim, it's this way or that way or the other way, and the only way is the way that they say, and this and that, and all written books, everything written that says, you have to follow these particular guidelines. I mean, there's the Tibetan Book of the Dead, there's the Egyptian or Kemet Book of the Dead, and all these different ways about, what type of life to live, and these guides and whatnot, and that's all well and good. All these guides and like guided meditation and affirmations and all these things are very good, but ultimately you have to find the way that's right for you and express yourself. Focus on your throat chakra. Focus on blue, which is a calming, right? Calming, cooling, serenity. Breathe. Speak. And enjoy your life as best you can. Communicate as best you can. And like I said, I'm sharing this in service, and I'm going to be doing a series. I'm going to start reading some great speeches from Native American chiefs, elders that are phenomenal, and from about 100 years ago and more, further back, but clearly extraordinary to show what these highly advanced native indigenous people, their level of consciousness was so far above the Europeans that came here that and I'm expressing this only because it does actually in line go with the throat chakra. See, these people were so balanced with nature, the native indigenous people, which they call American Indians, which is an insult, because the conquering force named itself America and then slapped that name of America onto Indians. They weren't even Indians. They all had individual names and tribes and everything else. They only called them Indians because they were similar in pigment of skin to India or Indians that they had encountered previously. But anyway, that's another story altogether. But I'm expressing and sharing some of my research and knowledge. But so yeah, some of these speeches, these native speeches from these native elders, these chiefs, real chiefs that were, they would have laid their life down for their people. That's a leader. Leader who has compassion and love and common sense and a good heart and reasoning, and can reason through anything, everything, because they have higher consciousness and they know that. They focus on that because they're connected with all creation. They're not on a calendar system of months and days and weeks. They're not paying bills with it, and the theme with a lot of the native people, indigenous people, was, so you come to this land and you offer us this illusion of freedom over true freedom. It's another video for another time, but anyway, everything that we're born into is an illusion of freedom. Everything with a monetary attachment, everything with paper attachments, rules, regulations, registrations, licenses, fees, property taxes, all interest rates, anything you can think of, where you're paying bills for services and all these different things. Yeah, I want to say it's economics or commerce, but it's all an illusion of freedom placed over true freedom, disguised in so many different ways. True freedom was that everybody had enough of everything because everybody made sure that nobody went without. Isn't that amazing? So in true freedom, everyone made sure that everyone had enough for everyone else, so that everyone was taken care of. And the leaders made sure of that's the way it functioned. So no one went without. And anyone, it's funny because I was just talking to a friend, but if anyone was in like defiance or opposition to that and felt it, like gimme, mine, more, I'll take, and I'll have more than everybody else, and if anybody was like that, they were usually exiled. You can go off on your own and exist that way, but you're not going to contaminate what we have here, this cooperative system of everybody together, working together, living together, loving together, families, friends, neighbors, all pretty much combined, which is a healthy way, and that's, I believe, that's the divine creation honors that tremendously, and children playing continuously, no rules, regulations, restrictions. Sit at your desk, fold your hands. You're not here. You're not here to play. You're not here to play. You're here to learn. Learn what? I said in school. I said, learn what? Who told you that that's true? Oh, you can't question that. It's in the books, the history books. Yeah, but it's what is a history book? So what do you mean? What is a history book? They used to tell me a history book it's a book of history. It says his story. So I don't know who he was, and I don't agree with his story, because I have heritage in different backgrounds: Scottish, Italian, Jewish, Native Indian, or Native Indigenous. I say, Crow and Blackfoot. So I don't agree with his story in that book. And since you're an educator and you agree with it, I'm not gonna argue if that's, you want to adopt that as a belief system, just like the biblical adaptations and edited biblical writings of different things. I mean, there's much I agree with, much I would stand with, as far as ascended masters and spiritual leaders, and if it resonates well with me, then it's great. But it could also be thousands and thousands of years of manipulations to direct consciousness, every which way that you want consciousness to go. Let's see where we can push all the collective free will consciousness of everybody. Let's see where we can push that. Let's see if we could push it over here and push it over there, and as we push it, let's squeeze it. Let's squeeze it and push it and squeeze it and shape it and form it and squeeze it of the collective consciousness of a planet. Well, not gonna push me or squeeze me anymore, and not unless I think it's okay. I mean, I'll sit and watch a movie and think of Star Wars or Star Trek and galaxies, different planets, solar systems, galaxies, even though it's all based on nonsense science, complete nonsense, all of it. Star Wars, Star Trek, all science fiction, everything, and I was always a long-time science fiction fan. I loved it, futuristic things and energies, and it's all based on on occult type of religion, quantum and light speed and all that stuff. It's all nonsense. And anybody who wants to look into it even more, you can look into a guy who I enjoy watching and listening to. He's entertaining and extremely informative. His name is Ken Wheeler. And if you can look into Nikola Tesla's work, and which is really fascinating. Then there's also the universe it's called, which shows that I forget the guy's name, but if I find it, I'll try to put a few links in the comments section for the video. But the electric universe, there's a few documentaries on that, which is amazing, which shows that, basically our entire solar system, our galaxy, and all galaxies are tied together electrically, just like our brains. So we ourselves, in essence, could be just cells inside of a very large brain. The universe itself could be just a brain in some other organism. And this has been talked about, by many advanced thinkers and teachers. And if that's the case, then there is no way to define infinity. So it could go in every which way, forever and ever and ever, with no end. Which, again, as a human being, can you comprehend forever and forever in micro to macro, micro to macro, small to large? You can go down too in scale and dimensions, and it never ends. There is no ending to creation. There's no ending to life, and I believe it's all love behind it all. So this video went pretty long, but I'm glad that we got a chance to communicate and to express. It felt good to express. It's getting easier for me to express myself this way, and my throat chakra feels good. Take a deep breath. I say Namaste to everybody. I recognize the divine in you, and I hope that you recognize the divine in me and appreciate each other and appreciate life. Be love, be good. Focus on higher consciousness, overcoming spirituality, awesome awareness, and wisdom of the soul, for sure. And I hope that your throat chakra feels excellent, always, so you can express yourself. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day. I'll see you soon.